Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nasrullah Noveno with student ID number 060112824290036. And in this video, I will explain about the material adjective clause. So, before that, we should know the definition of an adjective clause or relative clause. An adjective clause gives more information about a noun or pronoun, and that it starts with a relative pronoun, which is who, whom, whose, which, and that, or relative adverb, which is where, when, and why. The last one, it has its own subject and verb and comes out right after the noun it describes. The next one is adjective clause used as subject, object, and object of preposition. The first one we're going to talk about here is adjective clause used as object. So the relative pronoun here that we use, such as who, is used for people, which can be used for things, that is used for both, for people and for things. These relative pronouns acts as the subject of the clause, followed by a verb. For example, the man who lives next door is a doctor. The pattern here is the plus noun plus relative pronoun and then plus verb. The next one is adjective clause used as object. The relative clause here can act as the object of a verb, and then sometimes it can be omitted. For example, the man whom I saw is Mr. Jones. The word whom here can be omitted. The next one is adjective clause used as object of preposition. In formal context, we use the pattern preposition plus whom or which. For the example, the man to whom I spoke. And then for the informal situation, we use who, which, or that plus preposition at the end. For the example is the man who I spoke to. Okay, so the last one is adjective clause using whose, where, and when. Adjective clause using whose. So the first one, whose, shows possession, like belonging or to someone or to something. And then whose can use for both people and for things. For the example, the man whose car was stolen called the police. The next one is adjective clause using where. So where shows place like city, house, or country. And then where replace in, on, and at which. For the example is this is the restaurant where we had dinner. The last one is adjective clause using when. In here, when can show time like day, year, or a moment. For example, I'll never forget the day when we first met. So the next one is the common error of adjective clause. The first one is using the wrong relative pronoun. For example, using which for people and who for things. The example sentence is, the man which lives here is the wrong sentence, because which is for things. The right sentence is the man who lives here. The second one is incorrect use of when or where. When is used for time and where is used for place. The wrong example is the reason where I left. It's wrong. So the right one is the reason why I left. The next one is incorrect structure with object of preposition in formal style. The wrong version is the person who I spoke to is wrong, and the right one is the person to whom I spoke. So, the conclusion is adjective clause provide extra information about a noun or pronoun and make sentences richer and more detailed by using relative pronouns such as who, whom, which, and that, and relative adverbs like where and when. We can connect ideas smoothly and express meaning more clearly and effectively. That's it. Thank you.